Alright, welcome back to another Culz Reviews episode. Our long-awaited Missing 411 review.
The second one, because the first one disappeared.
Yes.
Well, this is
might be those interdimensional Bigfoots.
This is the second time we have watched this as a group,
And
possibly third or fourth time we've attempted to film it. This time we are going to film it and post it, obviously, because it's already posted. But we're checking it out as usual. I'm Keegan. Joining me tonight is
Sam.
Matt.
Alright, so Matt definitely thinks it was probably interdimensional Bigfoot.
Oh, I second that.
Yeah, and I don't. But we'll get into this. It's about the missing 411 cases, pretty much a large group of over 1,200 missing persons.
Hunters.
Well, this one in particular is hunters, but missing 411 is just missing persons where they've gone missing under really weird circumstances. They match all the certain points of interest, and really, at the end of the day, they're unsolved. People don't know why. Towards the end of it, there might be some strange sounds, samurai chatter, as it is called up in Oregon, between some Bigfoots. And then there might be some paranormal ghost activity, some UFOs. So it really, I felt, was a good way to end off our Paranormal Trilogy of Unacknowledged, link above. And then last week's episode of Demon House, also link above. So we'll start off and kind of discuss what we might have learned, or the case maybe that really perplexed us. So Sam, what case perplexed you?
Well, I'll say again, like the last time we tried to film it before it went missing itself. I'd have to say the one with Aaron in it definitely perplexed me, in the crazy mountains. Also, the one with the hunter at the very end, where an orange candlelight object was seen above the school's band practice, and then a weird kind of invisible blob figure was caught by the lady on her property in her hunting grounds while she was just sitting there. Oh yeah, and also the one in California. Now that they kind of mentioned it, with that camping ground, that a dude saw like a flat kind of object flowing through the...
Yeah, what he described
through the
as like a
forest.
lightsaber in a way.
Yeah, a lightsaber, so like a
Cigar-shaped object.
cigar-shaped object that just was going through the forest. Also the weird creature sounds that they had, and had to build a shelter and barricade themselves in. Definitely very interesting. So there was a couple of really good and interesting ones in there.
Andrew's recreating it if the camera picks it up. Andrew cannot watch anything Bigfoot related. One day we will take him squatching and we will find a Bigfoot. And Andrew will say Bigfoots were real. We have it on camera. He said he will admit Bigfoots were real.
Sure.
Alright, Matt, what case perplexed you the most?
Well, like Sam said, deja vu. Here we are again, reviewing the Missing 411.
That was like a year ago.
Well, yeah, we talked about the same goddamn crap we're talking about right now. I agree with Sam with the one in the woods where the guys all had to kind of build that shelter. Was kind of neat. And then I liked the first one. I mean, with the missing hunter up on Utica, New York. It was pretty cool. How they, scanned everywhere. Made their paths. Nothing could be
Intertwined, yeah. Looked like a spider web in their words.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that one's weird. The one, where Aaron takes off his boots and then walks 6 miles. They don't
I
find...
think it was 11 miles.
Well, 11 total, but 6 miles is where they found his backpack.
Oh yeah. And then 11 miles.
But that was like a year later. They found it, and no footprints or nothing in the snow.
Another year they found bones.
They found his bones, not very far, in an area they had searched, which was weird.
6 miles. No, not in an area they searched.
Well, when they found the backpack, they searched that area. They searched.
No.
They searched a block area after they found the backpack.
The black backpack?
No, the hunter's backpack. But I would probably say one that intrigued me was the one in the national park where everything was like right off the parking lot. Like these people were still like pretty much in the parking lot area.
No, the overlook.
Yeah, and they go missing. Two of them go missing, and while searching, they find bones of a third person that they don't even know who it is.
Yeah, they couldn't figure out who it was from.
That one is weird because A, it's not that far of a distance. It's not like, okay, maybe the hunters are really far in the woods. You could get lost. Again, it's weird. They don't find anything. But the fact these people are not even off the path and they're gone is weird. And then they find another set of bones that they don't know who those are. It doesn't match any missing person in that area. Now, should they go around and maybe look for, see the other missing people? Maybe, somehow. If it is aliens, maybe they got transported there. I don't know. And then, definitely the samurai chatter. I really like that one. It was really weird because they're like, it sounds like another language.
Yeah.
Like, you can definitely see how they're trying to communicate, but it's not human.
Yeah.
And as the hunters are doing it, like Sam said, it sounded like they were getting angry.
Yeah. They definitely sounded like it was getting more angry. Deeper vocals or
Yeah.
octaves.
That last one was just like it was real. I was like, oh, that sounds kind of messed up.
Yeah, it almost sounded.
Like it was threatening a little
Yeah.
bit. If I heard that in the woods, I would be like, crap, where's the gun? Hold that up. I don't know where they are, but...
Yeah, they thought they were going to have to shoot their way out, and they were just waiting for something to come tear down their barricade.
Yeah, these
But
are
it never happened.
hunters that go up there every year since the early 70s.
Yeah.
And so, well, I think it was before the 70s, but
50s,
70s
it
was
started
when they...
in the 50s.
Yeah, 70s is when they really start hearing the noises. So, I mean, it's not like they're not aware of the area. And it's not like, you know, they would not know a noise. If they're out in the woods all the time for years, you know, almost 2 decades at that point, they would know the sounds of the animals up there.
Yeah, and it was a very strict camp. No alcohol, no... You had to unload before going into camp.
Yeah.
Like, they were definitely professional, like, hunters and professional, like, people as well.
Yeah. So, let's discuss what do we think happened, Sam?
I'm not saying interdimensional Bigfoots, but interdimensional Bigfoots.
No interdimensional Bigfoots.
Only interdimensional Bigfoots.
We might just throw up a old video of me discussing how interdimensional Bigfoots are not. No interdimensional Bigfoots. None. None.
Just ignore them. Interdimensional Bigfoots.
Well, I'm going to disagree with Sam. I'm going with interdimensional Sasquatch.
Alright, 2 on 1. How you feel now, Keegan?
I'm going to say I'm not sure the first couple cases what was going on there. You know, the very first case they did hear a weird noise. Maybe a Bigfoot, I don't know. The rest of them, who knows? The one in California at the Overlook, maybe it's a serial killer, I don't know.
Yeah, that one seems more like a serial killer.
I think you meant interdimensional Bigfoot.
No. Now the samurai chatter, yes, maybe Bigfoots. It definitely matches other samurai chatter that I've heard of supposed Bigfoots. But then the last case just totally threw me off. The first time we watched it, I was like really engrossed in it, and then I was just like taken out of the whole documentary because it went from like missing persons, possibly Bigfoot, aliens. And I was like, well, what are we talking about here? Like...
Well, they did say that this wasn't a missing person, but just a very interesting scenario.
But then why did you include it?
They found it fascinating. I don't know. Ask the director.
See,
Why did you include it,
we
director?
had this discussion in the last thing that we did because you said the same damn thing you just said now. You gave it like a 2 or 3 because you're like, it threw me off. It was like there was a bunch of Bigfoot and then all of a sudden, boom, alien. What the hell? See, we've done this before.
Clearly,
We're from a different dimension.
I didn't give it a 2 out of 10 because I bought it.
Well, you gave it a low score. You just were excited. You saw it up in the Sasquatch outpost. And you're like, hey, missing 411.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was really expensive online.
Yeah.
So, yeah, speaking of which, here, can you hand me that disc? Well, speaking of which, yes, we got this DVD copy of it at the Sasquatch Outpost in Bailey, Colorado. So if you are in Colorado, check out them. It's a really cool museum talking about
Or passing through.
just passing through. Yeah, if you're near that, you're driving through states, whatever, check it out.
Yeah.
It's cheap to get through. It's really cool. It has a lot of artifacts.
Good walkthrough.
Yeah, you can pick up this. We might even go back up there some point. If you
Oh,
want to see
yeah,
what
yeah.
we did the
I want it.
first time, click this link, this pop-up. We'll take you to our Sasquatch Outpost vlog.
And I don't recommend Coney Island.
Yeah, Coney Island was okay. I mean, it's more for if you're a fan of
Mediocre hot
no.
dogs with chili on it.
if you're a fan of Atlas Obscura and you're trying to be that completionist and check off every cool site in there, check it out. If not, it's okay, you know. It's a hot dog. If you want a real hot dog, maybe go to New York or Chicago. Colorado, they will taste kind of like you bought them out of a store.
And unless you have a four-wheel drive vehicle, avoid the dirt road behind Coney Island.
Yeah.
We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we almost got stuck. There's actually an easier way if you just take the highway up a little bit more. It's like
Turn
the
in by
next.
the Dude Ranch.
Yeah, it's the next exit. So I guess at this point we will give it a rating. So Matt, your rating?
Same as I said last time, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right. How come? Why not? Why not 10 out of 10?
Just like some of the other videos, there's still too many questions
Okay.
out there to let's hope it would be answered.
All right. Sam, what's your rating on this?
Same as last time, 9 out of 10. The reason I give that is because the interdimensional Bigfoot theories and Keegan admitting at one point that he was believing in interdimensional Bigfoots. He said it. It's not on camera, but Matt heard it.
Yeah,
It'll never be on camera unless
Oh,
I
it will.
see it with my eyes. If I saw a Bigfoot walking out of a portal, he popped open a can of beer and was like, "Did you see me come out of that dimension?" And then walked back in. I'd be like, "I guess I have to admit it then. Bigfoot is interdimensional."
I mean, they wouldn't be talking like we do if they did
You
that.
don't know that. If they're interdimensional, they can do whatever they want. Maybe we just perceive it.
How much
See,
shadow
but-
have you listened to? Did they ever talk normal?
Well, that's why they're not interdimensional Bigfoots. See, now we got it all settled.
Well,
Could
you
be.
think they would be around the human race long enough they would pick up on words?
True.
Well, so say, and now this is going to get a little bit deeper into the Bigfoot lore. If Bigfoot and the DNA says that Bigfoot is closer to humans than even chimpanzees, you would think at least they could formulate something that would be close to human vocalization. We've done recent studies, and it says that Neanderthals, which were pretty much humans, just a different offset, definitely could speak human and could understand it. They've done that study just came out recently. It's pretty fascinating. Maybe I'll post it somewhere here. But yeah, I mean, if it's an ape, why not? Why not get to that point where they could pick up their own language? You go around the world, and some
Well, I mean, they
languages
probably
might
have their
sound like
language.
Well, they definitely do. It sounded like that in there. You could hear them like going back and
A
forth.
lot of it almost sounded like words too.
Yeah.
Close to actual words.
And that's why it's almost unsettling. That's might be the biggest reason I picked it up was because how cool that samurai chatter was. I mean, the whole thing is interesting. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I definitely recommend it though. Like I said, Sasquatch Outpost, you can get this at. Alright, since this ends our first trilogy of paranormal documentaries that we recommend, and that being an alien, a ghost, and a cryptid documentary, we're going to rank these as far as the first 3, and perhaps in the future we'll do another 3. So Matt, starting off, how would you rank these 3?
The alien one, number 1. 411, number 2. And that other one, number 3.
I'll go with the alien documentary as the first one unacknowledged. Always have to. Then Missing 411, and then third one I think was Blair Witch Project. What? Oh yeah, it was Demon House.
Alright, so for me,
That's right, it was Demon House. See, that's how bad it was. Forgot about it. It's already number
True.
3. It wasn't bad, because we
No,
gave,
it was
we
pretty
gave it a
decent.
good score, but out of the 3,
Oh,
Demon House 3.
yeah.
so for me, I would say Demon House won. Honestly.
Because of the interdimensional Bigfoot in Demon House.
No interdimensional
It had a
Bigfoot.
goat face.
Yeah, it did.
You're just making this one go further and further down. 2 would be Unacknowledged, and this one would be 3. And that...
That's a complete shake-up.
Not really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The one that we put at 3, you put at 1. The one that we put at 1, you put at 3.
I put it
No,
at
you
2.
put it at 2.
Okay, 2. I was like, damn, we flip-flop and we all had the same number 2.
I
If you
liked...
put Unacknowledged at 3, that'd be concerning.
So I liked Unacknowledged. The reason I didn't give it higher, is because sometimes the music went over the voices and made it kind of hard to hear. And 2, it was very, at least in my aspect, because I've dug into the subject, it felt very just like, okay, we'll cover this basic, not go too deep, and then jump to the next one. Which is good for what it's trying to do, which get it out to the masses and get a lot of information. It just didn't cover anything new.
Because they couldn't.
No. And like when I watch Demon House, it makes me want to go paranormal investigate even more. I'm like, let's go find that house.
Well,
And the only
good
reason he
luck
has that
finding
one is
that
because of
house.
Zach Baggins.
I want to go find that house.
Oh,
I mean, I know where it is. I've been to Gary. But I want to find that type of investigation. With Missing 411, I just think it's really open, and at times it's just like, well, maybe they just appeared. And I think the reason it dropped lower is because of the ending. It just felt not related to the first part, though the strobing UFO light that he saw did remind me of an experience I had in Crystal Valley, where me and my dad and my brother saw this thing like pulsating, like red and orange, red and orange, red and orange. So we got in the car, drove up the hill and come down, and right before where the bridge is now, which wasn't there before, it went out in the end, and it was just like it was gone. And that was the weird. I can't explain what it was, and maybe we'll go in more detail about that one day. So I mean, that's why I ranked them the way I ranked them. If I was gonna put one in, it would probably be Demon House first.
That's what you gave it.
No, I know, but if I had to pick one to watch first, it would be Demon House.
Oh.
And then I watch Unacknowledged second, then this one third.
If your first choice, then yeah, it
Yeah.
should be the first one that you would put. Yeah.
That's why I told them that.
Sam and me will put the Unexplained first, and
That's why I told them that.
He has something to prove.
Something to prove. Maybe one of these days we'll do a documentary that talk about interdimensional. Oh, that's right, they don't exist. So there's no documentaries
well,
about
yeah,
it.
no doubt there's no
But they've
interdimensional dolphins.
released.
We already knew that.
Sam's gonna go home tonight and find one.
No, we're talking about interdimensional Bigfoot, not interdimensional dolphins. We know those don't exist. We're talking about Bigfoot.
They exist more than interdimensional Bigfoots.
No.
Yeah. Alright, so if you want to see more of the Cool's reviews, click the link where Matt is step back in the frame. If you want to see more of the Haunted Trilogy, it's just below that Cool's reviews. If you want to see more from Culz Paranormal, click the link above Sam, and don't forget to hit that like and give us a
Subscribe.
And turn that notification bell from personalized to all, so that you get notified on all of our videos. And we'll also have all of the links in the description below.
And let us know, have you seen these 3? And if so, what would you rank them?
Utica,
Is that really where it's at?
New York.
I thought it was near Albany.
Well, Utica's up by Albany.
Oh yeah, it's Albany.
We should keep it in there.